We will not copyright or trademark that. We do not have the rights to this at all. Please do not sue us. Thank you.
Welcome to These Unprecedented Gays, featuring Joe Granelli and Paul Smith. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and review wherever you stream your podcasts. Check us out on Instagram at tugayspod and email us at tugayspod@yahoo.com. We hope you enjoy. Don't do the licking thing like you're a snake, because that's weird. Yeah, don't do that.
I wonder if they can hear it.
No, I don't think so.
They'll hear it.
Okay, they'll hear it.
They're going to be like, ew.
Maybe if you use my mic, that's very sensitive.
Oh, it's like sloshing. Ew, God, like, you know when you mix like macaroni salad?
Okay, this is the worst. Like, we were watching Survivor the other night, and they had to do this thing where they were like, they had to dunk their heads in water, fill their mouth up with water, and then go underneath some board or whatever in a challenge, and then they had to spit the water out into a...
Why?
Because it's Survivor. But like, for some reason, it like viscerally upset me that this is what they had to do, because like, I just couldn't get over them like holding water in their mouth and spitting it out. Like, it just felt like, ugh, like, that's just gross to me.
What was the point of the challenge?
You had to fill this tube up to a certain, like, with the water that you spit into it.
That's disgusting.
So that you could win reward.
Okay, they didn't have to drink the water, right?
No.
Okay. Oh my God. What was that show on MTV where they would go and, like, randomly ask people to do something and then they give them dollars or, like, money for it? Do you remember that?
No.
Oh my God. It's like, oh, I'll give you $20 if you do a Twinkie or whatever. Like, eat a Twinkie, and then, like, however many you eat, you get, like, more money. They would, like, go on the beach and, like, go randomly to these people. Oh, my God.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Like,
okay, well,
I bet you will. Was that it?
Oh, it's a webcast and a show on MTV that paid people to do outrageous things. Yes.
Yeah.
Look at you. You are, like, a huge MTV fan.
I guess. Am I?
Shout out to Nick for finding that.
Yeah, I know. Shout out to Nick, our fact checker.
That was good thing the AirPlay didn't freeze.
Lightning McGraw.
So,
oh yeah, hi.
Hi, I'm Paul.
I'm Joe.
And we're These Unprecedented Gays, joined by our producers, Nick and Andy.
No studio audience today. They're usually, like, never really giving us notice. The studio audience just shows up. Steve, we love you.
Yeah. Shout out to Santa Barbara, because that's where he's at.
He was actually sent me a picture of him being, like, driving around with my coworkers after work, and it was a picture of the podcast.
Uh-huh.
They were listening to Spitter
Swallow.
The coworkers?
He was forcing them to listen to it.
Yeah.
Could you also tell them they all have to subscribe? Subscribe, like, follow.
Other than get your podcast wherever you stream your music, or iHeartRadio. Are we on iHeartRadio?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
I don't want to have false advertising. Misinformation. That's a good drag name.
Misinformation.
I like misdemeanor.
Oh, or like misnomer.
Oh, I was like, what was the one where it was an injury, and I was like, that's going to be my drag name, and it was like
a knee injury.
Yeah, it was like a knee
something.
Terra
meniscus.
Terra meniscus.
That's funny.
That was going to be my drag name.
Oh my God! You be careful, because then you will tear that meniscus.
But isn't that a great, like?
Yes, and the best thing would be, like, if they had a broken leg while they were on stage.
Yes.
And then you couldn't say, "Oh, I hope you break a leg on stage," because you'd have a broken leg.
But also, I think it's very, like, girly, but yet very sporty. So
teaser for a future episode. Nick last weekend when we were all at dinner shared that he's going through old episodes and pulling up a list of all the drag names we've raised.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
There's too many.
It's an investment of time.
Nick, you're a financial advisor, so you should know how to invest. Thanks, Andy.
So how was your week, Joe? I know it's exciting because you just bought a car.
I'm leasing a car.
Oh, you're... Ooh,
so she had
lease.
done not had purchased it.
Oh, she is leasing.
Yeah, I'm gonna lease a lease
Okay.
That's a girl's name. Elise?
Elise, yeah.
I knew an Elise.
Elise Alexis.
Oh, wait,
So
no.
so you could
Elisa Kia.
There you go. That's a drag name right there.
Elisa Kia Nero. It's English, I promise.
It's hyphenated.
One word. Sounds like. Week was whatever. We saw you and Andy and Andrew and Gio at
'cause we had
Andrew
dinner.
Davis's house. Gorgeous. I love their condo. It was so cute.
It was very cute. I love that what they did with it with all the paneling and stuff. So they made it like warmer.
It was
and
also
more
like
homey.
really nice. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't, and that's not saying that I wasn't expecting it to be nice, but like it was designed well. Like, and Andrew was telling me like all the DIY stuff he did, like on the countertops. I was like, damn, good for you.
And you were very into their lighting situation that they had. In
I
there.
love lighting. Yes, lighting sets the mood. It's ambiance.
Okay.
Elisa lighting.
So
then I had purchased a car that day.
you leased.
I had leased a car. Well, I think I'm at like lease to own because like leasing is like you pay less in the short term, right? But then you like if you turn it in or whatever, then you have to pay whatever, like all the stuff. And like I'm not gonna drive a lot, so it'll probably be worth more when I like am supposed to put it in. So I'll just like hold on to it. But yeah, I was on a bike ride and it was like, I don't like my car. And we all know that like it's the only asset I have. Like so it was like, you know, maybe I should like think about it. I'm you know, I have assets now, but it's just the fact that my windshield wouldn't roll down and that I didn't have cruise control, and I was like, you know what? Should need a cruise control.
I'm laughing only because you're going to get rid of that old car,
Yeah.
and then you won't have an asset anymore.
I will have no assets. I have my bike, but like
Yeah.
I mean, that's a bike. Like, so, and the reasoning behind it, I was like, well, people are lusting over used cars right now because they're more affordable than new cars. And I was like, I'll just sell my old car. So in the process of doing that, I actually had, someone reach out to me, and they were like OfferUp. I used OfferUp.
Right.
And like, I've had like hit or misses with OfferUp because you get like their bots. They basically like email you and they're like, I'm interested. And it's like, are you a real person? So this woman like messaged me and like gave me her phone number. I chatted with her for 40 minutes today, going over everything. She's like, yeah, I'm like really interested. I'm like, okay, like let's schedule a test drive. Anyway, so then last week, we hung out. I got the car, and it's like fancy enough that like it has a lot of things that I'm not used to, meaning like a functioning passenger window, cruise control. It has a backup camera. I'm not used to that. But like it's a hybrid, so when you back up it beeps at you and you can't turn it off.
I love that.
So like, well, and I was like, I want to turn this off because it's really annoying. And then Nick was like, well, it's because it's so quiet when you're backing up that like people probably need to know like you're backing up. And now it's like a law or something. Like it's a law. I'm using air quotes. It's like a law that you have to have that.
Is it a law?
Cars after a certain year that are
At
like
least a law.
eco to hybrid require
Stop it.
Okay.
The Thames law. The Thames law. So yeah, no, I'm excited. I've driven like 70 miles.
See, I love a backup camera. Like, I will use it every single time because it's perfect, especially when you're parallel parking. I'm a much better parallel parker now.
I see the thing that's like going to get a little bit like getting used to is it's bigger, so it's like a crossover.
Just breathe and relax; it'll be fine.
I did, but like the thing that blows my mind is it's like it's a smaller tank than my current car, and it gets way more gas mileage. So I was also forward thinking about the impending like economic crash that we're going into, and like how gas prices are going to be insane. Nick's rolling his eyes because he's like, oh my god. But like I don't drive much anyway. But I was like, meh. And also like for comfort, if I go up to the Bay Area with Max for Christmas, it's just easier. So. But yeah,
Our
it's
other
nice.
Soul, the one that Andy drives, basically like a hybrid because he's on the same tank of gas he's had for like a month.
No, it's since March.
Since March.
Wow.
Same tank of
I
gas
still
for
have a
like
quarter tank
2
left.
months.
Well,
That's
but
just
like
how often I leave.
you go out. No, you leave the house. You walk Cooper.
But I mean, driving if it's later at night because Paul's car's in the garage, we'll take that one just so we don't lose the parking spot.
Yeah.
So, like today, I drove to the park with Cooper for a little bit, but that's what,
Not far.
3 miles.
Yeah. I don't go far either. Like, if I go to work, I'm going to bike to work. So it's more of like a leisurely around, but just like having a nicer ride. So that was fun. And then what else did I do? We watched the Sandra Bullock movie where she's like the author. I don't know the name.
On Paramount Plus.
I loved it. The Gold City or something? What's it called?
The Lost City.
Sure.
Okay.
Is it The Lost
Yeah,
City?
yeah. It's The Lost City.
Okay.
With
I loved it.
Channing Tatum.
Say that 10 times fast.
Channing Tatum.
I should know because I saw him at WSWA one time.
What?
So yeah, he has a vodka out.
WSWA?
Yeah, Wine Spirits Wholesalers of America. He has a vodka out.
Oh.
It's horrible.
Oh. he's gotta diversify his assets so he can make that money.
I mean, he does have a nice asset, that's for sure.
He does.
Oh.
You see his butt in the movie.
You do like full on
butt, yeah. But I love Sandra Bullock.
But I want to see peen.
No peen.
Like when we watch Naked Attraction. Like I want to see peen.
I mean, the butt was very acceptable.
But you saw it in Magic Mike, right? Like, did we see it in Magic Mike?
I don't remember.
I should know that because I've seen that, and also Magic Mike Reloaded or whatever. What's the second one?
Double XL.
Oh,
There's a second Magic Mike?
there should be a third.
Oh, boy.
I mean,
Yeah. Wow.
Naked Boys, right? So we watched that, and then that's pretty much all.
Oh, okay.
How about you?
Well, we had dinner at Andrew and
Yeah.
Gio's.
Oh, the tacos also were phenomenal.
The tacos were amazing.
Yeah.
Because he did that whole thing where he like melted the cheese inside the taco shell, or like the soft taco, and it was like it created this like nice.
Ooh, it was magic.
Blanket. Yeah, and then we actually watched the new Rescue Rangers movie on Disney Plus.
Is that the
Chip and Dale, right?
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Okay.
They have a movie, and it is fantastic.
Okay.
I must say, like, they drop in so many pop culture references and animation references in there, and it's like I would need to watch it again to see, even just to see everything. Like, even another part of it, because it's like you've got Tigra from Avengers, you've got Ugly Sonic. And he's like, why is that
Ugly
so funny?
Sonic?
Yeah, because when the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie came out, the CGI was horrible. He looked horrible.
Oh, and they made them redo it.
Right. And he had human teeth.
Yeah, they gave him human teeth.
And in the movie, in the Chip and Dale Rescuers, that's a huge joke in the movie.
Really? Oh, so they have the first version of Sonic.
Yeah. They actually were able to use it. And not only that, but
How?
They got
Does
the rights
Disney
to
know?
it. Yeah.
Disney owns something.
The premise is, there's a whole story, but the characters, like old Sonic, is washed up and now at conventions,
like a fan con.
Oh my god, that's funny.
But they even had like the polar bear from the Coca-Cola Christmas commercials.
Yeah. Oh.
Is in it. Like
those commercials were really good.
They were.
They always like made you feel like warm.
But when you think about it, the amount of like work that went into this one movie, because it's animation in real life together, but not only just animation, but all different kinds of
different
animation.
kind of animations together.
So it's
2D,
there's
3D,
actors, like real
stop
actors
motion.
in it.
Yeah, there's real actors in it and real people, but also and like it's voiced. The only thing I couldn't get past was it's John Mulaney is one of I think he's either Chip or Dale. I think he's Chip, but he also voices a lot of characters on Big Mouth. On Netflix, and I couldn't get past his voice.
Glauberman, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it was just like,
Andy Samberg?
Yeah, Andy Samberg is in it.
and Will Arnett.
Will Arnett, Eric Bana is in it. I was like,
right.
there's some really great names, but they play the voices, so it's all voice actor work. But it was just really good. I just thought it was awesome. So, yeah. And
the one joke I saw was they made a joke of like what's the Christmas movie with Tom Hanks?
Oh, the Polar Express.
Yeah, and it's like Seth Rogen's character is like his eyes don't move, like because it's like the polar.
The dead Polar Express.
Yeah, I gotta watch that because
I don't remember that.
some pretty. Yeah,
because it was like that realistic animation where they tried to make it as real as possible.
Yeah,
but it just didn't work right.
I like the Polar Express.
Did you?
Hot chocolate. Hot.
My mom did too.
Yeah, but it just
right.
I feel like that's a movie.
And it's
that's
Josh
gonna give kids
Groban.
problems.
Believe in what your heart is saying. Hear the melody. It's playing.
And then Post Malone did the new theme song
Of this?
for Chippendales Rescue Rangers.
It's probably for a whole other episode, but like that, I think that is the like really big thing about streaming is that a lot of content and media that probably wouldn't have been justified to go to the theater is getting released on these platforms that we all get the opportunity to see. Diverse.
I probably would have paid to go see that in the
Really?
theater.
Okay.
Yeah, it was that good. But I know that Andy would have been like, I'm not watching that in the theater.
I'm paying $30 for that. No.
So I'm kind of glad we were able to watch it for free here.
Yeah.
Aiden recommended it to us, and it was a good recommendation.
It was awesome. So
Hey, I have a TV show. What's we're plugging? Have you watched the Spring Awakening documentary
Yes.
on HBO?
I have.
That was so good.
It's my first Broadway
What does
musical.
that mean? What spring has woken up?
So Spring Awakening was a musical. The book was written, I think, at the turn of the century from the 1800s to the 1890s or something in Germany. And it was just about coming of age, the oppression and pressures on youth and suicide and sexual abuse. It was a very heavy topic.
Yeah.
They made a musical about it. And
do you remember that song, Barely Breathing?
Duncan Sheik did the music.
Yep.
I'm bare. Oh, I can't sing it. Don't get
So-
sued.
Typical joke behavior.
but Groff
Jonathan Groff.
and
Leah Michele.
Lea Michele were the original
Skylar Aston.
Yeah.
He
From
was in that?
Perfect.
He was in it too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
There was a lot of people who were in it, and I was just like,
in the original cast.
Yeah.
And it was,
On Broadway?
well, and it took years to get to Broadway.
It did. And Leah Michele was with it from like age 15. And she stayed all the way through the process and brought it to Broadway.
She
And
was
then
on,
she
on
finally-
My Own One, right? What's that one?
Les
Les
Mis.
Miserables.
Yeah. It's a great...
Les
Spring Awakening is
Miserables.
a fantastic show. I saw it when I was 20 years old in New York City, first Broadway show. Told my parents about it. And then like, I love this show. It was all about oppression and like, I want to learn more. And I'm growing up Mormon. I'm telling my parents like...
and then they
be
find out it's
better.
actually about sex and...
Yeah. Anyway.
So
yeah,
watch
so
that,
I
yeah.
think other than that, it's just been work and stuff, so...
Work is gross. Just kidding. It's how we pay the bills.
Yeah, time for the bells.
Mhm.
So, I guess we should go into our segment.
Yeah.
Do it.
You want to do it? You want to do it? Yeah.
Mouth to mouth.
Oh, Andy did it!
On Chody. You just breathed into Chody real deep. It's okay. I tongue flipped all the way earlier, and they're gonna get some ASMR.
So what if-
Should we like leave a space for the thing?
Oh, we didn't leave a space?
We can leave a space now.
Mouth to mouth resuscitation.
It just ejaculated a little.
Oh my god! All over my couch?
Yeah, it was the water bottle. I just get roll inside it. So I have two things.
Okay.
So the first thing is what I forgot about previously, and it's something that you don't like, and it's the Is It Cake show.
Oh my God.
So I put it on, and Nick was like, "Oh, it's stupid. Is It Cake?" And I was like, "I'm gonna watch it," and I loved it. It's so over the top, stupid. Like, is it cake? Like, he's so dumb. But I was like, I like this shit, and like, it was good. And so we watched like from episode 3 on. Did we finish it?
Yes.
Oh my god,
Wait.
you actually finished
Because we had to
it?
see who won.
Wait, who won? Oh, the green-haired guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even remember who the people
Yeah,
are.
but it was just like, I was just like, this is so stupid, but like, it's mindless television, and I was like, I love this.
Okay, so like, what other kind of things did they? Because the only one I watched was the first one, and that was a burger. So they had to make a burger, and it had to look as real as possible. So what were some of the other things that they had to make?
They had like toys, and like travel stuff. So like I will give them this, like they have talent. Like, so one of the guys had to make like a really distressed suitcase. There was one where you had to do like toys, one with like birthday stuff. And then I think the other one, what was the other one?
There was like a statue. There was...
Oh, that was the final one. Like-
somebody made a sewing machine.
Oh yeah, like so
What?
so their talent was really good to watch. The host was unbearable, but I loved it because he was like, "Is it cake?" And he was like the knife, and I was like, "How many knives are on this set?" So that's the first thing, and then the second thing. Recently, I don't remember what it's called, but it's something G. It's like G something on Netflix. It's not G Spot, like the G word. or whatever, and it's the guy Adam Ruins Everything.
Oh, okay.
It's G. I should know this. I just watched
You should
this.
know what that is.
G,
if you're obsessed with it.
The G, I want to say the G word.
The G word.
G word.
Okay, what
and
is
it's
the
about
G word?
government. And so he basically goes into like different things of government on like how it works. And so it was like money, food, the
future,
environment,
disease.
and like the future and tech. And like it's just so like well produced. Like he'll go from like one scene to the next, and it's just like very well done. And it also is like educational and like funny. And so I would recommend watching it, like the G word. It's really good.
Mm.
Yeah. And it's only like 20 minutes an episode.
Oh, okay,
So
there you go.
yeah, it's easy to watch.
And I like the guy Adam Ruins from
I had no
Adam Ruins
idea who
Everything.
he was.
Oh, really?
I know,
Adam
I've heard
Carter?
Adam Ruins Everything, but I've never seen it.
Oh, okay.
Is it like a comedy show?
No, it's an informational show. So he'll talk about the makings and behind of stuff.
Huh.
Like if you want to know why do we have checking accounts? Like he'll let you know the history behind that and why it's there and everything like that. So I only have one thing this week.
Okay.
Like and it's this group called Surfaces.
Okay.
And that's not to be confused with the late 80s, early 90s R&B group called Surface. This is Surfaces. And they're
or the tablet. The
They're cute.
Oh, the Surface tablet, right. So it's two guys, and they do sort of like this like laid back island EDM kind of stuff. So the kind of stuff you would hear at brunch or at the pool or something like that, but they're just really good. It's like
is it a group?
Yeah, it's two guys. So kind of like the Chainsmokers, but if they were just laid back and smoke a lot of pot.
Okay.
I mean, they probably do anyway.
Yeah.
But
how'd you find them?
I was just like looking up music and stuff, and they came up, and I like downloaded. The first song I ever heard was "Good Day."
Okay.
And it really like, I was like, oh my god, I love this. It's just like chill, laid back. I just want to drink like a tropical drink and be and get into it.
Okay.
So.
Come on,
Yeah,
Surface. Speaking of tropical stuff, this just jogged my memory. I learned today that Harry Styles is the one that sings that song that sounds like a little tropical riff, As I Want or something, All I Want. It's on his new album. Oh my god, what's it called? Harry Styles. As It Was.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard that song yet.
I was talking to Val, and she was like, yeah, I'm like really into Harry Styles. I was like, what? Like,
he's great.
The strawberry puree sugar, whatever it's called.
Watermelon sugar.
Same shit.
He doesn't like watermelon.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Okay, so there's this whole thing where like guys were going on TikTok and crushing watermelons with their thighs.
Oh, that's perfect because you don't have to eat it.
but then gay guys would also go on TikTok and then use the watermelon filter so they look like a watermelon, and they'd be like, watermelon sugar. Hi.
I think I saw one where it was a girl doing makeup and she like was doing a watermelon face and then she's like, I'm next. Or maybe it was a boy. I don't know.
Oh, I just thought that was hilarious.
I was thinking about for our, like, we have tuggers, tugettes, and then like for the non-binary folks, tuggums.
Oh, look at you.
That just jogged my memory. Anyway, go ahead.
Tugs. With an X.
I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted because Andy's son asked us, like, sent us a picture. It's like, what is this pasta? It's really long and curly.
It's called long fusilli.
Oh, long fusilli is my drag name. Only on Wednesdays. It's usually short fusilli.
So I have a question because we don't really have a topic, but we're just going to talk about
riffing,
Drag Race.
Girl, we riffing.
But like, how did you go by yourself to go by your car? Or?
No, I went with Nick. So the reason, as I like was bike riding, I was like, I know myself. I am impulsive as hell, and I don't take time to make decisions. So I was like, I will ask Nick because he is grounded in logic with finance and all that stuff. So like, I got back from a bike ride. I was like, all right, I'm back from a bike ride. We're going to go to a car dealership. And
I love that you're just doing like a typing in the air kind of thing.
Because sometimes I type on my MacBook.
Oh, okay.
I know. If I'm ever texting and it's like, how the hell are you texting so quickly? It's because I'm on my computer.
Do the same.
So he comes over and I was like, I'm just going to run this by you. Like, is this a bad financial decision? And he was like, well, you know, like, I know, like, you're in a good spot, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, well, like, you should probably bring your license because I'm going to go get a car. And, like, you need to bring your, like, extra key, blah, 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 so you can drive my car back. And he's like, what? I was like, well, I'm going to buy a car. So, like, you need to come with me so you can drive my car home. And he was like, what? I was like, I made the decision. It's happening. He's like, you haven't even test drove it. And I was like, it's happening. It's
Is that what you sounded like?
Yeah,
you didn't even test drove it.
I didn't even test drive it.
I didn't test drive the car, my Soul, before I bought it.
Girl, what?
Well, you've already had one before.
Huh?
You've had it before.
He never had a Soul. What you talking about?
Well, like that one, the first one that I bought.
Oh, the first one that's out
that
the street.
one I didn't test drive because I didn't want to fall in love with it and they not be able to finance me. You know, and so I was like, I want to do numbers. I want to do all that first, and then we can talk about like me driving the car.
Oh, so you bought it first and then test drove it, but
and then drove it
first,
which was really weird because I'm in the parking lot and I couldn't figure out how to get it into reverse.
Oh, no.
Because it was a stick. So where the ball of the stick is, underneath it, there's a little like lever
Where the foreskin gathers.
gathers. That you have to pull up on to get it into reverse. You have to try to pull the foreskin up.
Oh Lord, no, I did test drive it.
Okay,
yeah, but it was so funny.
Don.
The guy Don. Shout out to Don
He was
at
fantastic.
Kearney Mesa Ford and Kia or whatever.
I swear to God, when Nick said it, I thought he said dong.
No, Don.
Okay.
So Don was like on the older side, I would say, but he was like really chill, and I was like,
was he okay in the car with two gays?
Well,
with the homosexual.
Come to find out, as he was after I did the purchase and all the stuff and the paperwork, he was walking me and giving me a tour of like where the service department is, where the parts department is, like where you come to go do all the you bring your car in to get like maintenance. Right. And he was on his phone and I saw Fox News and I was like, oh my. You are a Fox News man.
Well, but he wants your money, so he'll...
That's exactly right.
But I was like, he was honestly like a very professional person, and that was like, okay. It was a very good experience, and like the one that he like showed me first was like this bright ass orange, probably the color of Andy's shirt right now.
A little more
he's
red.
like, yeah, this is a great. I was like, where? You got black, right?
He was like, look at these homosexuals. I'm gonna sell this orange car.
Joe kept saying stuff like, has anybody crashed during a test drive before? How many people...
Don't say that!
Is it going to be me? Like, I'm sitting there going like, oh my God, don't say stuff like that on the test drive.
It was just conversation.
How many people have crashed while you're test driving
so
a car
when
before?
you did the test drive...
A big helmet on.
Oh my God.
When you did the test drive, did he sit in the back or the front?
Front seat, because Nick
I
was
sat
in the back seat.
Because I wanted to see what the back seat felt like.
Okay.
Whatever.
Why? Did you need room for when you guys have sex back there?
Yeah.
No, but I did tell Nick, I was like, now the seats can go down so we can have car sex.
There you
Hey,
go.
of course, his first thing was like, we could watch a drive-in movie.
Why do I talk like that?
I don't know. He's right here.
He's British.
We're going to watch a drive-in movie.
I like his voice isn't that deep either.
I know.
No, I was very interested in like that because I don't like to go to these things by myself.
Well, and I would have been able to hold my own, but also like I wasn't even trying to haggle. Like I wasn't like, what's the lowest you can go? I was like, give me the number. How much is my monthly? It's fine. You know, before I'd be like, he like ran my credit. He's like, okay, here's your thing.
No, Andy would not have done that.
Well, because I felt like the pricing and everything was, it was sound. And I asked him, he's like, you know, we put on like a couple extra things, because we don't want to have to sell 5 to 10K above just to like make money. And I was like, I can get on board with that. And like the listing price, it was only like $2,000 more because they have this like paint coating thing. What was it? It was like a paint coat thing that they like insures painting or whatever. And then like anti-theft. And I was like, I'm okay with that. So I was like, I don't really feel like haggling. Just give me the key.
I will say that Kia has upped their game.
Oh, and that's also a push to start. And that's very difficult for me.
Oh.
Because I like don't... Kiasha was salvaged, so like she did not have a push to start. She was like,
I mean, she did, but you had to get out.
You push the key in the ignition.
You push that thing down a hill so you get it to start.
Yeah, so but like the push to start is definitely like I'm like, oh, I have to press a button.
Oh, you fancy girl.
Well, and it like knows that you're there. Like it like has the key recognition or something.
Oh yeah.
There's also a thing on the key that says hold, and I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna try it.
Like hold it?
Yeah, there's a button that says hold. Don't hold it. Something might happen.
It might blow up.
I think it might start the car. I don't know if that's true.
I don't think
though.
so.
Well.
You know, there is something called a user manual. You could look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
You can even look it up online.
There's something called a fact checker that could look that up right now.
You could probably figure it out.
What do I have? Kia
It's like the
Niro?
hood, the boot.
Oh, okay.
The boot?
Because it's on this part where they're showing the back opening up, and then here too. So
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that is interesting.
I'm
Okay.
gonna push it. Where's the car? How far?
It's right there.
I won't push it.
We'll do it after, and I'll see.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I'm very interested in other people's experience with buying cars because I don't enjoy it. I try to avoid it. So I always have to have somebody else with me.
You need emotional support. You
Right,
had an
well,
emotional support.
Also,
husband.
Andy's, I'm I don't know why, but like when I'm in a buying situation in those, I tend to like fall into myself and I get very like demure.
Oh,
and
so
I
unlike
just,
you.
I know. It's true.
You're
It's like,
what's the price? Thanks, man.
I was like, please, sir, can you tell me the price of this car? Okay.
So funny story. We went to a Kia dealership before we bought the car we bought.
Yeah.
You guys have keys too.
We went to a Kia dealership like a few months before it was really, and
During the pandemic.
they were giving us this ridiculous price on the trade-in. We were thinking we would trade in his existing Kia, and they were just like, "Oh, we'll give you $1,200 or something." And I was like, "No, we're not. We're not going to do that." And it's okay. There's plenty of other dealerships. We're going to leave now because that's just insulting. And Paul was freaking out.
Well, but Andy was also like, you need to come with us with your best offer right away. I don't want to play around, blah, blah, blah. The guy comes with an offer, and Andy's like, no, that's not going to happen. And he's like, okay, well, let me go talk to the guy, blah, blah, blah. Comes back with another offer, and Andy's like, why didn't you have this in the first place? I told you to bring it. It's like, you know what? Forget it. We're not going to do this. And I'm like, but I wanted a car.
Meanwhile, you are rock hard.
I was like, oh, you getting some later. But also, I was conflicted.
Terrific, girl.
I was conflicted because I'm like, oh, how sexy of you. But yet, I didn't get my car. But the good thing is the one that they had was a white one, and I was like, I don't know if I like it. It was cute because it was push to start also, but I was like, I don't like white. So I'm glad I waited.
Yeah.
Because I got a much better deal with my friend and everything. So yeah, I like it. Damn.
But I also told you going in, I was like, be prepared to walk away. This is
I
just
know.
our first visit.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing that I can't do. Like, I have a hard time with that. Like,
Me too.
I just want to, I think I'm one of those people who just want to like, okay, I know you're working and I want to help you. So I'm already here to buy a car. So I'll buy whatever.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I have to stand up straight and be like, no, I want my car and I want you to be fair to me. Kind of thing. So anyway.
Yeah.
So, did you watch Drag Race? I know you did.
Of course I had to did. The 4 hours of Drag Race.
I know they put out 2 episodes right away, and this is like Drag Race All-Star 7, all winners.
I was surprised by the double whatever premiere.
Yeah, the double premiere, the 2 big
How many
openings.
episodes is it going to be?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so if any of you who haven't started watching the new season yet, it's Drag Race All-Star 7, the all-winners season. So there's 8 queens now. They've changed the format, so nobody gets eliminated.
What do you think about the format change?
I love it.
Same.
It's such a great breath of fresh air into the whole franchise.
It's a change, too.
It also creates this idea of, okay, there's no paranoia about having to go home. So there's no drama about that. But there is still paranoia about, like, am I not going to get a chance to make it to the finale.
Legendary band or whatever it's called.
I know.
What is it? A legendary legend star or something?
And you know, RuPaul loves saying that shit. It's like he'll get on there and go, legendary legend.
Can we also... Okay, we're going to have to talk about the RuPaul's performance, his dance performance.
Oh my God!
That they had to legitimately speed up to make it look faster. Some of the dance moves, they had it on twice the speed.
Because he was like... Put my arm up.
I was like, you've got to be kidding me. You've got... And I was like, Cameron Diaz, okay. But also, Cameron Diaz looks great.
She looked amazing. And I love that she had like a little crown tiara kind of thing on with her headband and stuff. And I was like, okay. But you know what I loved about her, though? And me and Andy both said this. She is a fan. And I love when judges are fans.
Like AOC.
Then they understand, you know, and they know exactly what the people are going through, so they have an appreciation for it.
Was she the second episode or the first one?
No, she was the first.
The second girl, I had no idea who that was.
Daphne Guinness is a fashion icon. She's known for her hair. She has that like cage hair look thing. But I think she's also a socialite. Like she's really well known within the UK British scene, you know. But I do love the new format. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I do love the queens on here. I just wish that we had a more diverse set of queens. Like I wish Priyanka was on it.
Oh yeah.
I wish like Carmen Farala was on it because the only international queen they have is the Vivienne.
Yeah.
So, which is fine because you know they don't win any money on their season.
Yeah. Well, but she's eligible for money this time.
Yeah, she's eligible for this time.
$200K.
200,000, right? And that is not even including the 10,000 you win if you win the lip sync.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm just going to get right into like Snatch Game because like that's what everybody's been talking about because it just happened.
Because it was snatched. Were you snatched?
I mean, it was like the best Snatch Game. After we had the worst Snatch Game in history to having the best Snatch Game in history.
And season 14 was just stupid. Like, it was whatever. Like, I don't know.
It went on forever, too.
I just feel like it was so overproduced. Like, this is not overproduced at all. Like, I don't feel like there's any production going on right now. Because I think without having the storylines, it's really just having people come in and have their drag speak for itself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Instead of like trying to prove themselves.
They don't have to play a character. And they don't have to find out what their character is supposed to be because they've been it before.
Yeah.
So all of that stuff strips away.
Yeah, it's great.
So I think that's why it's such a great season so far. So like, let's just get into Snatch Game because it was the best. So, all right. Now, who was your not so favorite?
I think Shea Coulee and also Jada's second person.
Okay, so Shea Coulee was Elsa.
Oh, no. See, I feel like I would put them both in the bottom at the same like ranking. Shea Coulee and Jada. So like they both should be in the same spot. Because I liked the Prince for Jada and I liked the Elsa for Shea.
No, and it's not Elsa from Frozen.
No.
It's Elsa and
she's the one that
Jimbo.
She's the one that has the sunglasses Instagram. And she'll be like, is she the one that eats and goes like the laughter?
That's her.
Yeah. So like she's hilarious. So like that was on cue. And then but the J. Alexander was not good.
It wasn't good, and you know what? The look of Shea Coulee of Miss J, I actually thought it was the other guy from America's Next Top Model. There's another like
Nigel. He's fine. Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't him. No.
Yeah, no, he's hot.
But I was like, okay, it was fine. She did have a good joke there for in the Miss J thing about the deviled eggs or something, and called Rue a skinny bitch. But like, you know,
I was like, whatever.
I thought Jada's Prince was hilarious because she was just like, she was making little sounds, and at one point she was like, "I'm a man."
But I think Evie Oddly is also like, I would say they're all like tied for last,
right? Because they had one good one and one bad one because Evie was Rico Nasty.
Oh, yeah, I don't know who that is.
And she's a scream rapper. And she's not really well known unless you're into like trap music and stuff like that. Then you know who she is. Whereas Boogeyman, he created this like,
it was good
character. And I will say this, like, people were getting on Evie because it's like, oh, that's cheating. You created it's not a real character. And
it's not.
Yeah, but you have to create
Satan
this and make
isn't
it
real.
Right. It's a construct.
Like whatever you believe in.
But like, I love the fact that she took it to the 70s Shaft, blaxploitation kind of like look and feel to it. And I didn't even realize until I watched it the second time, because I like watched it and then I watched it again last night, just the Snatch Game part. But she had on contacts that had X's in her eyes. And I was like, that's fucking cool. Like, but I just love the fact that everybody was like, I would let the boogeyman fuck me. Like, who knew Evie could be sexy? And they were talking about how she has a big penis.
Oh.
Like, they play, if you watch Untucked, they were talking about it. Like, they did a Kiki, a Kai Kai, and a Mary. So Kiki is who would you hang out with? Kai Kai is who would you have sex with? And then Mary. Yeah. And almost everyone was like, well, I'd fuck Evie because she got a big dick. And everybody would be like, I'd also fuck Monet because she got a big ass.
Oh. So they did get a BOGO. Exactly. Which is from Payless Shoe Stores, which if you listen to another episode, is no longer in business.
Right, exactly.
Rest in Payless.
R.I.P. Oh, boy. But I will say, like, the other thing I loved about this Snatch Game was nobody was trying to talk over the other person.
Yep.
You know, and they weren't being mean to be mean for mean's sake. They were like helping each other.
I feel like the only time there was like an interruption from one character to the other was when Jinx sang the last song and said, "May the best woman win." And then Leslie Jordan, who is Trinity, goes, "It's drag queen."
Oh, they changed it to drag queen. But that was hilarious.
Oh, no, I know, but it was great. Like I think Trinity, I preferred Trinity over Jinx, even though Jinx like comedically knew what to do, just because I laughed more at Trinity.
Well, she had that whole entrance as Leslie Jordan where like there wasn't anybody in her seat, and then she was like, "Can somebody help me up?"
Yes. Yeah. So like
the cynical person in me wonders if that was produced. Like she might have said it because the shot was too perfect.
Right.
They changed it to drag queen, that I wonder if she said it and it was like funny and it was like, can you say it again so that we can like
but do it this way, yeah.
Because it was too perfect.
Right.
It was still hilarious.
It was still hilarious.
It was still too perfect.
Well, and the other thing that she did perfectly was when they introduced the devil and she's like, "Hey y'all."
Or they said, "Hey girl."
Yeah, in 2 words she established this whole character story that we didn't expect.
And I was watching the Pit Stop with Bob the Drag Queen and Eureka O'Hara.
So glad, but there's another one?
Yeah, there's a new one where they do this one. Where they do Snatch Game.
Oh, I gotta watch that. I watched the one with Nicole Byer.
Right, for the first episode.
Yeah,
right.
Oh my god, they together were so good.
But like Eureka O'Hara and Bob, because they work together on We're Here.
Oh, yeah.
It's hilarious. But they were like, I liked what she did with Satan, but I wish that she had gone in a different route, because that's kind of like what you expect from a gay guy is a gay Satan, where she was like, I wish that he was a hipster, super woke, only drink fair trade coffee beans.
That would be good.
That would have been like really
Satan.
funny. Yeah, that would have been super funny, you know. And I was like, I didn't even think about that, but that's hilarious. I thought so. But yeah, Jinx. Well, I guess we'll just get into Jinx because she did Judy Garland, and I mean, I even said it to Andy when we were watching it. I was like, this is a masterclass in like impersonation and improv comedy, because like she just had something to say all the time. But then she also like she like decided she was just going to take control of the whole situation, but it didn't feel like weird, you know, because sometimes people just start talking and try to take control, and it's like, oh, that's kind of cringe. But we're like, please do a number.
It kind of fit what Judy Garland would do.
And
right,
because Jinx, I feel like, is like the quiet killer, if that makes sense. Like she is like the one that was always not like given the time of day. And Nick didn't really know who Jinx was. I was like, you're gonna fall in love with Jinx Monsoon.
I had no idea.
That's the other thing. I love that people were like, they brought Raja, who is season 3, and you got Jinx from season 5, but also like Jinx would be like, "Is this my camera over here?" Like that's something like I think Judy Garland would do.
Like the Natasha Lyonne was a spot on.
Yes, very Natasha Lyonne.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, but my favorite is like Jinx made a joke out of something that was said on season 5 as a throwaway about Judy Garland. Mm-hmm. Like that is a deep fucking cut.
What was it?
And
that,
you
like,
made it into a joke.
Was it who was the person?
It was Dave, the guy that she was doing the makeover with. He said to Rue, "I think I killed Judy Garland." And they were all like, "What?" And then then Jinx was like, "You didn't kill me, darling. It's not your fault." And it was like, Dave, it's hilarious.
Dave, and Michelle Visage was dying.
They were all dying.
Yeah.
I was just like, and Andy didn't even, until the second time I was watching it, he didn't even realize that Jinx was singing RuPaul songs.
Yes. I love that. Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good.
You didn't have to get the rights to it then.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And of course it plays into RuPaul and his narcissism, so it's great. So I did love Leslie Jordan and I did love Satan. I thought they were really great. And I love so I'm gonna go back to Jinx for a second, because when they gave her the first joke and they were like, she was like, "I said it was his last name, but I feel like I should have been doing something filthy. If you want filthy, I can do that. Would you like me to tell you a story?" And I'm just like, girl, this is like magic. And I love how they were always like tight on Jinx, because I'm pretty sure everybody else was like cracking up, like watching her and stuff. So, who else? The Vivian, I was like,
I had no clue who they were. I had okay.
Joanna Lumley. You don't know who Joanna Lumley is?
No idea, but I was like, I'm okay with this.
I mean, Andy didn't know who she was either, but I was like, okay. And he's like, he wasn't sure what AbFab was. He'd heard of it.
I knew what AbFab was.
But you didn't know who Patsy was.
Yeah, I didn't know the character.
Yeah. But I was like, as soon as you see it, you'll know who it is, because she was dressed up as Patsy, which I was like, I find it very weird that she never talked about how she used to be a Bond girl too. And I'm like, that would have been perfect to do, because she did this whole Chanel thing, and I was like, ugh, I'm over it already after the second joke.
I mean, I had no idea who any of her impressions were.
And Catherine Tate has her own like sketch comedy show in Britain, so there's that.
But it's the problem with Snatch Game in other countries in general. They're often characters you don't know.
Right. And I mean, the good thing with Joanna Lumley is you kind of do know who Patsy is, but it's like, it's very, I don't know.
Who is it? Who, Patsy?
Patsy. Yeah. So it's Adina and Patsy, and they're like too drunk, and they do a lot of pill popping and doing drugs and stuff like that. But it's just their life. It's ridiculous, and gays love it because it's ridiculous.
Do you think the Vivian should have, in this case, should have done a little research for like American audience?
No, I still think she could have done something British, and that would have been fine. But I think probably if she had picked, and it's going to sound really bad, but like if she had picked a Downton Abbey character, kind of like how Ben de la Creme did Maggie Smith from Downton Abbey.
That
would have been cool, but not that character.
But the Vivian in Britain did Trump and was amazing.
Yeah, right.
So she can do American characters too.
I was kind of hoping she would have brought back Trump.
I think they didn't want to like repeat stuff, you know. And I thought Monet Exchange was good. Now, here's the thing: because people didn't know that, because it was this Martin Lawrence, and she should have actually been Shanae Jackson. But I feel like people didn't get what she was doing.
I didn't.
Because they don't know the character.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of these characters that they did in this one, in both the first and second act, were like, some of them were people like you didn't know. Like, people didn't know who Madam was.
I didn't know
for Raja. But her prosthetics. Oh my God. So good.
I just love the little arm like thing.
With the sticks, because she's a puppet. But she even had the voice down. Like, that's how much time Raja took to learn about the character, and even her joke about summer diamonds, like that is something Madam would say, you know. And then Diana Vreeling, we already saw somebody try to do that when Robbie Turner did it.
Oh, really?
In her Snatch game.
I clearly don't remember.
Yeah, it was bad. It was super bad.
Was it? Oh, Robbie Turner?
Yeah, Robbie Turner from season 8.
Oh, yeah, Turner.
Yeah, that's what RuPaul would call
It's
her.
not Turner, it's Turner.
It's Turner, yeah. But she did Diana Vreeling, and not a very good one. Whereas Raja actually looked like...
and sounded like
Diana Vreeling.
Yeah.
And it was great, because I was like, when she was like, bodega, I was like, okay. And her little purple mittens thing was cute, too. But yeah, Madam is amazing. And so I feel like they fell into that hole where people didn't know who they were. And I was like, Shanae is hilarious.
I mean, I knew Mike Tyson, but I didn't know who Shanae was.
Well, I was just like, I didn't get the whole fuck 'em in the ass thing until I saw a clip of Mike Tyson at a boxing, like when they do the press conference where they do the weigh-ins. I guess somebody was talking shit in the audience, and Mike Tyson was like, why don't you come up here and say it in my face? I'll fuck you in the ass. And I'm like,
Oh,
okay. Did I ever tell you my Mike Tyson story?
no.
Okay. I have a Mike Tyson story. It's not as like scandalous as I'm making it sound.
Clearly you have both ears, so he didn't bite one off.
Right, exactly.
Was he the guy that bit off the ear?
Yes, he is the one that bit off the ear.
Oh, God.
When I first moved to San Diego, I went up to LA with my family, and we went to go sightsee because my family had never been to LA. And we're in Beverly Hills, and we're at a light. And I look over, and there is Mike Tyson talking to somebody at the corner.
Okay.
And I'm like, look, it's Mike Tyson, Like, no, it's not. I was like, yes, it is. Hold on. Mike Tyson! And he turned around, and I'm like, oh. And then we drove off.
Is that the only celebrity you've ever really met?
No, you've met a lot of celebrities.
I've met a lot of celebrities, but like, it's really weird because I see weird celebrities when I go to LA. So,
like who?
Like this was like years and years ago. I was with my best friend at the time, Damien, because he was living there, and we're walking from his apartment to House of Blues because we were gonna go have dinner, and plus I was working at the House of Blues in Orlando, and the manager at the House of Blues in LA was like, "If you're over there, come see me. I'll hook you up." I'm like, all right. So we're walking to dinner, and I did the little walk with my fingers.
I know. I was like, okay. It's all. Maybe you should type or like do the news reporting.
Yeah. So, and we're crossing the street, and there in a Jeep waiting for the light is Pauly Shore.
Ew. Oh no.
And then we were in LA one time, and it was like the first time me and Andy went like up to LA together, and I planned this whole like birthday weekend for his birthday. And we went to dinner at the Ivy in LA, and I felt so fancy, and I was like, oh my God, maybe we're going to see some stars or something. And we're sitting there, and I kind of had my back to the door, so I couldn't see people walking in. And Andy's like, I think Reba McEntire just walked in.
Oh my
or something
God.
like that. Who did you say?
Yeah, he was.
And they're like, Reba. And I'm like, no. And I turned around, and I'm like, it's Winona Judd.
Oh.
And I was just kidding. Because
Yeah.
this woman came in with an entourage, like with a few
Oh, and it was?
It was Winona
How
Judd.
fun.
And he goes, should we send a drink over? I was like, no, she's a recovering alcoholic.
You could have sent over a water. Hi, Winona. Here's some water.
For like the first 5 years of our relationship, every time we went out on my birthday, we saw a celebrity.
Yeah, because we were in Vegas, and we went to STK for dinner, and it was loud.
What's STK?
It's a steakhouse.
Oh.
And it's a fancy, like, young Instagram kind of stuck. But we were there, and we
Young and too lazy for vowels.
Yeah.
I think we had like an 8 o'clock a reservation. We didn't get sat till close to 9.
8 p.m.
Yeah. I know that was late for us too. Yeah.
Damn.
And then we get sat, and we look over, and there's a giant table of like 10 or 15 people, like probably from here to the dining room. And it was Robin Thicke and his entourage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't he problematic?
He is problematic. And this was also when all those allegations about him cheating on Paula Patton were coming out and stuff like that.
Isn't
and he was with some
Alan
fives.
Thicke?
Yes.
Okay.
And I used to have a crush on him.
He's cute, yeah. Wasn't he the guy that would do like the murder, like unsolved mysteries or something?
No, that's
he was a
different.
Host of a show.
That's a different guy, but Alan Thicke was the father in, what was it, Family Ties? Or
Growing Pains?
Growing Pains, yes. And I used to have such a crush on him. Is he dead?
Yeah.
Oh, God, he is. He died in 2016.
Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Oh, geez.
So
late to that one.
Oh, so did you see the made up drama? But there's drama with like Raja.
No.
Okay, so Raja is the host of Fashion Photo Review.
Yeah.
Review.
Tudor Boot.
Yeah, Tudor Boot. And so since she's on the show right now, she's not hosting it. So Scott Mick and Violet Chachki are hosting it.
Not Raven.
No, Raven does.
Fashion Photo Review.
Oh no,
Tudor Boot it. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not doing it right now. I know. So Violet Chachki booted both of Raja's runway looks. So far.
I would too.
Really didn't like it?
The King one or like the Elizabethan one. I was
But that was like an elevated version of what she already done in season 3.
What was the second look?
The second look was that snake skin, the red and the blue.
I can't even remember.
For me, the only problem I had with the snakeskin one, it was okay. It wasn't great, but it was fashion, so that's Raja. Was right at the skirt, there was a red, almost like triangle kind of thing, and it looked like she had her monthly visitor on her.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, it's actually...
Wait, find a picture.
Red on the inside of the
just
outfit.
Like RPDR
as a
7 season 1 runways.
As a I don't know, like a
I bet we can go on their Instagrams.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
I don't follow her. Maybe I do follow her.
But I just thought everybody's just like, you booted her and she is fashion. And I'm like, it was okay. Vivian's runway look was amazing with the big shoulders. Mm-hmm. That's proportionizing right there. Like, that is amazing. So, what?
I'm trying to... Usually they put the pictures of themselves
on the Instagram. On the gram? Well, you can't do it for the gram.
Did you like her look?
Okay. So...
100%. Shea Coulee, hands down. 100%.
I didn't like her second runway, though. The whole Catwoman meets Basquiat. But I do love her first one where it was like... I think it was Valentino also. Like, it was
like an African princess.
Yeah, and it was like
earrings.
She did the prosthetics for her ears, for the gauges. Did the crown that looks like it made out of braided hair. Mm-hmm. I was just like that. But okay, this is for my comic book nerds out there who read Marvel comics. Okay, there is a comic book called The New Warriors, and in there was a hero named Turbo, and her power was she had these like wind turbines on her arms and her feet that would help her fly, and then she could create gale force winds and stuff like that. So the big bangles that Shea was wearing was giving me Turbo vibes.
Oh no! And you're like, you're gonna break wind.
Oh, there it is.
Gosh, that took forever.
Nope, didn't like it at all.
But see what I mean where that little red square is? It looks like she had her monthly visitor.
Yeah, no. I didn't like the other one either.
Plus her feet didn't fit into the pump. They were like, hanging off the side like a shrimp cocktail.
That was fabulous.
That was a really great look. That photo is not a good one of her.
No. I mean, yeah.
It is giving me
she looks like Adele.
She does look like Adele, but she also is giving me...
In what world?
You would see something like that on The Great, the show on Hulu.
Oh, okay.
That is definitely something somebody would wear.
It's very poofy.
I love it, though.
I like Trinity's outfit in the lip sync. Like when they had to write their verse. Like the green thing?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, it feels very much like somebody else's outfit that we've already seen, like a Valentina.
Yes.
Or something.
And I loved how Michelle was like, you didn't know the words, but it was fine to the lyrics that you wrote to your own song. I was like, yes.
You know what else I love is the fact that they give them the ability to change from the runway to if they want to change to if they think they might be lip syncing or something.
Yeah.
I love that.
Or if they're in something that isn't lip sync. Oh yeah, I didn't really.
Or if there's something that they feel like isn't comfortable enough for them to stand in for a while, they can change into something else. And I was like, okay, I get that. And Trinity was saying, like, she was on Twitter saying that some of her outfits came and they weren't finished to the hotel before the show started. And that puffer jacket thing might have been one of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it wasn't a finished look yet.
Oh, but why did she wear it? Because she had nothing else?
Probably.
Ooh.
And it was pleather, so. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was like hot. Like all those people had to have been sweating like crazy. Like there was a lot of talcum powder.
I wonder.
Episode.
Okay, I wonder about that. Like, do they have it like blasting air conditioning in there? They must.
Oh, they must.
Because if you think about in drag, they're like layers upon layers and like hot wigs.
Right. But I'm talking like the pleather itself is just like.
It's not
like,
breathable.
Oh, did you say yourself in the face with your own hand?
I did. I don't have spatial recognition. God, you leased a car, you're a new person.
I will say Monet, that was the best outfit I have ever seen on
With
her.
the abs?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The whole brown mahogany and the pussy bow and everything. I was like, okay, I love it. Jinx's runway, meh. I've seen it before. It's like,
on Jinx,
it didn't even look like pleather though. I will say that. And I did like that they called it the pleather principle. As like, oh, okay. But I also thought her pleather outfit looked like she would be the handmaid to the outfit she wore in the first episode with the I'm crowning look.
Yes.
Like that would have been the princess or the queen. And then the second look was her handmaid.
The queen's mother.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to think of like Evie, like the
crayons. Oh, she had the anime, her second look on during the Snatch Game runway was that anime with the blow up hair and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
It was okay.
I was wondering because it felt like that would be like your jam.
Yes, but I wish that it was an actual anime character and not one that we could have referenced because then it would have made more sense than you just putting a bunch of clothes on and saying, oh, I'm an anime character. Blah, blah, blah. That's Nick saying it.
I'm an anime character. That is my voice. We love you. Don't talk like that.
I don't talk like that.
You guys suck.
No, they'll never know who said either of those. We're illusions. It's the Interior Illusions Lounge.
All right. So anything else?
As Whitney Houston would say, I have nothing.
Well, season 7, All-Star 7 just started.
Watch it.
Hopefully, with this new format, that means that they can get more shows out of it, which I think is what they want to do.
And I was trying to figure out, I tried to Google, I couldn't figure out how many episodes there's going to be.
Well, and I'm like, usually they would have about 6. I think out of this format...
At least 10. They would have to have at least 10.
And I think with this group, you'd want to do at least 10.
Mm-hmm. I would say I would be okay with 14.
I would love a full season.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 12. Because that's 3 months.
Well, you also have to give people a chance to get the legendary legend
stars, whatever.
What's the twist going to be though? Are there queens that have won seasons that weren't invited?
There is no twist.
Are they going to be halfway through, we're throwing in another queen?
No, I think they tried that with the Raven thing on the first episode. And I was like,
Paul was not having it.
I was not having it.
I was eating it up. I was like, it's Raven. I told Nick, I was like, I know it's Raven. I was like, it's Raven.
Right before they did it, I was on Twitter and they're like, Jujubee had I took a ring off of that hand one time. And then she showed a clip of her on Drag You taking a ring off of Raven's finger going, is that my ring? It's like, no.
It's mine.
But I was like, I was like, what the fuck is Raven doing there? It can't be an all winter seasons and Raven.
I would have been fine with that.
Like,
I don't think there is a twist because I feel like this is actually like you said, Paul, it's a breath of fresh air. It's a new format, and I think that'll keep people enticed to like see. And
it's actually outside of España, this is the highest rated season on IMDb so far. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I mean, they're doing something right because people are engaged and they're talking about it on Twitter. They're talking about it on social media a lot and in a good way.
Yeah, but like what they slept on season 14 because this is clearly way better.
Yeah. But you can't really do it on a regular season.
Get a pillow for these girls because they sleep on me, as Bimini Bambulesh would say.
As a non-drag fanatic,
you are not.
This season's actually really interesting.
He was laughing the whole Snatch game.
I know. I think like Nick, when I started dating Andy when we first got together, he didn't know Drag Race or anything, and then we started watching together, and it's kind of like. Okay, but he can handle like a little bit of drag at a time. Like I'll be sitting here watching all the YouTube videos on different things. Like,
I just saw you watching Bussy Queen. Yes,
sometimes it's a lot for sure.
It's not. Listen, you know what? There are clearly fanatics in the room and appreciators.
Because I'll watch the show, I'll watch Untucked, then I'll watch all the other.
I had to go like, all right, that's enough drag queens for this weekend.
I like the Pink Crew.
He came home. The Pink Crew this season is really good. Yeah. But he came home from DragCon and the next day he wanted to watch drag. I was like, dude, you're killing me.
No. I support you, Paul, and I am in the same way.
And speaking of drag, every week for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be posting a shout out from the different queens I met at DragCon.
I was like, are you going to do drag? Are you revealing that you're going to do drag? Is this the goop gaggery of the season?
So last week we had, the first week we had Angeria. This week we had Cheryl Hole. So I think next week.
Stay tuned. Don't tell them.
It's going to be a secret.
Yeah, give them a tease. Wow. No, but don't tell them.
No, because by the time this comes out, you will have released it.
I would have released it. Oh, yeah. So just keep an eye on us on Instagram at tugayspod.
Sure.
All right, everyone. Well, have a great week. Thanks.
Special thanks to Andrew Smith and Nick Stone for producing the show. If you like us, please follow us at tugayspod on Instagram and visit us online at tugayspod.com. You can find us anywhere you can stream podcasts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know topics you'd like to hear. And always remember, stay safe, stay classy, stay sassy, and always stay a little bit trashy. See you next week.